Hey guys, it's me coming to you from the COVID-19 coronavirus situation in Michigan. I think this is day 6, end of day 6, almost going into day 7. Um, Today around here was a decent day. I stayed really busy. We had a baby goat, and so that's been kind of keeping me occupied. I got some packages from Amazon with playing cards and things for the kids. Um, so we played some Go Fish and things like that. As far as the situation in our state goes, all the restaurants and things are closed down. I think it's carry out and delivery only. To be honest with you, I'm way too afraid to eat food prepared by other people right now. So unless we run out of food and have no other choice, I won't do it at the moment for us. I'm too scared to even leave the house to go pick it up or have someone come to my house to deliver food. I have Amazon packages being delivered and like spraying them with Lysol, which by the way makes them sticky. So if you have wipes, that might be better. Some of my boxes I was just pulling apart because they stuck together. We are a little disappointed. We are a United Auto Worker Union family here, and today the UAW was trying to get the big three to close down. We have no affiliation with GM, Ford, or Chrysler directly, but my husband works for one of their suppliers, manufacturing, factory, and we were really hopeful that the UAW would get these factories to close down because these guys work in pretty rough conditions to begin with, where the air quality is not great. They're breathing in toxins and pollutants pretty regularly, and they're already trying to filter that through their lungs. Mind you, there's tons of people. They work in very small spaces, whether they work, in like a small pulpit area watching things come down a line, or whether they're actually on the assembly line and there's hundreds of people touching the same stuff. And factories are not the cleanest places at all, and they don't always have the best ventilation, so they're kind of what I would assume would be a breeding ground for things like this. So we were disappointed in that today, and we're hopeful that the UAW will keep fighting for their workers. I know there are some people out there in the health field and other areas that are having to work through this, and I absolutely think they are the bravest people out there. I am proud of them. I support them 110%. My husband's not in one of those fields. He's not. He is not in an essential business. The only reason that these businesses are staying open is simply for profit and for greed. And who's going to be going out right now and buying cars? Really? Who's going to be? Who's going to have the financial resources available? Who's placing orders for steel right now? I would love to know. I really would. And I would really love to know why these companies are putting profits ahead of their people. These are my own opinions. I don't even think they're matching up with my husband's 110%. So this is nothing about what he feels or what he thinks. These are my opinions coming from someone who thinks that people should matter more than profits. And speaking of the brave people out there doing their jobs, the reason why we're supposed to be flattening the curve is so they can continue to do their jobs. So why are you going to have people in factories, especially in Michigan? Their factory population is gigantic here. It's huge. I mean, it's where the big three are. Why wouldn't we pull them immediately? There's tons of them, and they all work in confined spaces. So I don't fully understand why this is an issue. And I'm sure there's a lot of families grappling with this across plenty of different industries. It's not just us. But I never in my life thought I would be hopeful for our government to shut everything down and get more involved. I'm very a socially liberal person, but I'm pretty independent thinking when it comes to government controls as far as stuff like this. I would like to not have the government in my business all the time. I just wish that this time they would have been ahead of this a little bit more and done the right things for the people. And I know there will probably be consequences from wanting the government to come in, from inviting the government to come in and make these choices. I know there will be consequences of that will be uncomfortable, that will feel very un-American. I get that. But to save our country overall, maybe we need to just take a step back and say, okay, we can do this temporarily until this passes. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong completely. I'm not sure. I just know how I feel right now, and I know that things are scary. Things are confusing right now. I have family members telling me that they can't find food. And I'm sure I have friends in the same situation, and it's terrifying. In order to get food, people are having to go out and put themselves at risk. I can't even imagine that this is going to probably go on for longer than we originally expected to. Luckily so far we're okay where we are. We're safe, we're happy, we're healthy, we're very blessed. But in order for us to stay that way, we need to be home. So part of me wants to just urge these companies to make the right decisions for their employees and for their families. You never know what somebody has to go home to after being stuck in a germ-infested place. You never know what issues their family are dealing with at home that could put them in a life-threatening situation. So